Hey there guys, aarava here, and welcome to some Project Cars gameplay on this channel. First time for everything, and today we're going to be looking at Project Cars. So if you don't know about this game, where have you been? Have you been under a rock? This is the highly anticipated kind of full simulation, really high, graphics, kind of high realism, ultra photorealism racing game coming to the PC, Xbox One, and PS4. Well, hopefully they say in April, but they've delayed it so many times from the actual release to keep on refining it. But apparently it's going to be coming early April. And today we've got some gameplay of a Formula A car going around Silverstone. So the Formula A car, as I said, is sort of the F1 equivalent. It's based on a 2011 and 2012 F1 car. It's got a V8 engine, it's got a DRS and KERS. So we're going to have some gameplay for you today going around Silverstone. A little bit of cockpit cam, a little bit of T-cam, and a little bit of chase cam, and just looking at the graphics and whatnot. So quickly, before we go into the gameplay, I need to say a massive thank you to a fellow racing YouTuber, Yorkie, or Matt, for providing me with this gameplay, because I don't actually have access to Project Cars early access, the beta testing, the work in progress testing. So he has kindly provided me with this footage around Silverstone. Really awesome stuff. Really thankful to him. So if you want to see more Project Cars gameplay, then go to check his channel out. A link is in the description and on screen right now. He really is, I think, one of the best people to go for Project Cars gameplay. He's got so many on his channel, so if you really haven't seen much about this game, or you want to see more about this game, then do go check him out. Really worth a subscribe over there. But once again, thank you, Matt, for providing the gameplay. But let's get on to the Formula A lap around Silverstone. So here we go on to the gameplay of the Formula A car going around the Silverstone circuit. The track time of the time of day around the track is around 4 to 5 p.m. Matt's been doing a few laps at this point, so the tyres are starting to get up to temperature. This is a practice session he's in, and when he went out of the garage, the tyres were in heated blankets, so they come off the blankets and he goes out. It starts off as a green track as well, so that essentially, if you don't know what that means, basically the track is not rubbered in. It hasn't had any racing on it. The track surface is very abrasive, so the tyres can start to grain a little bit, so you need to kind of get them up to temperature and really get up to speed and start to rubber in the track a little bit and get the pressures up to speed as well. And going to the T-cam now, so we were briefly in cockpit, we've now got to the T-cam position. Pretty nice T-cam, straight on, not the offset that we've seen in the Codemasters Formula 1 game, so straight on. Unfortunately, you can't actually see the helmet, which is a little bit annoying for myself personally, because I like to see a little bit of the helmet, but you know what, we'll forgive that, because just look at the game, it really is stunning. I've only got this gameplay to go off. I've seen other gameplays on YouTube as well, but going off the gameplay Matt gave me, this game looks really, really good, photorealistic, good. I mean, just the sun glare looks great, and the way this car handles, obviously, if you know me on Twitter, I'm really into my Formula cars. I really don't. I mean, I wouldn't say I care. I don't care. I do like, general kind of motorsport and racing, normal racing cars. But for me, Formula cars are just so much better. And for me, I just personally like to drive those a lot more in these games. So I definitely will be trying to look at these cars and driving these cars pretty much most of the time when I get Project Cars. And looking at the gameplay and the handling, it really does look promising. Really nice car to drive, I think, looking at it. And Matt's told me a bit of info about the cars. We come on to the end of the lap. So this is going to be the end of the T-cam gameplay at the moment. We're actually going to go on to some far chase cam, just so you can see the kind of beauty of the game and see the rest of the surroundings. I thought it would be quite good. But if you guys do want to see more cockpit gameplay, I've got a whole host of cockpit gameplay, about 2 or 3 laps worth. So if you guys want to see that, then do leave this video a like. Comment below if you want to see that, and I will do that in a second video where it'll just be all cockpit cam gameplay, and I might even leave the last lap of the cockpit cam gameplay without any commentary, so you guys can hear the full sound of this game and just kind of revel in the raw gameplay. So if you want that, give this video a like and comment below if you want that. But getting back to what I was getting onto, the handling, which is kind of a big thing, obviously. So Matt gave me a little bit of info, because he sort of, well, as I said at the beginning of the video, he's sort of like a grandmaster on YouTube about Project Cars. He's probably played it probably more than any of the kind of racing YouTubers you'll see around. So he told me the Formula A car is very grippy. It's got a lot of downforce and is generally quite actually easy to drive, kind of not anywhere near the limits. If you're just kind of doing a standard lap, maybe during the race on heavier fuel, get a bit harder. On lower fuel, it's pretty, it's okay to drive. You can really get in it and chuck the car around. But he said once you really get on the limit of grip, when you're pushing it in qualifying, it starts to get very hard, and actually it's very easy to lose the car and it's very hard to catch it. And you can actually see it on the gameplay here, you know, when Matt's chucking it to some of these corners, you know, you can see the car, especially here on the chase cam, you can see it, the back end starts to squirm around a little bit, and it's just kind of on the edge of the downforce levels it can handle. And, you know, it does look really nice. You know, comparing it to F1 2014, obviously, you can't really compare the two games because it's not even the same car, nowhere near the same car. Because this isn't even anywhere near any sort of F1 car. I said it's loosely based on 2011-2012, but it's pretty much what Project Cars developers envisaged for a kind of pinnacle of motorsport car, really. You know, the top-class Formula car, what they thought it would be like. But, you know, if you just compare it to that, in terms of that handling model and stuff, it just feels like this game is a lot more kind of, I would say, just accessible and more enjoyable in a way. Not accessible, that's sort of the wrong word to say. But in terms of when you chuck the car in, it really does grip really nicely. And it feels like, and it looks like it would be very enjoyable to do, you know, through Luffield and Magnussen and Beckett's. You know, really chucking the car in, the downforce is there. But if you push it a bit too hard, then it bites you back in the ass. So I think that's quite a good thing to go off. But Matt here, just showing us thank you for the little stop, go, and little donut there. And now he's just showing us the cockpit. Very nice detailing here on the wheel and the mirrors. And obviously the hope is it sort of almost looks like this on the Xbox One and PS4. This is PC gameplay at the moment, if I didn't mention that, sorry. So the hope is it looks like that on the consoles as well. But that has been the end of the gameplay for today's video. Again, as I said, if you want to see a full video with cockpit cam only, then do leave a like, comment below what you thought, and tell me if you want that. If you're new around here, then do subscribe to this channel. I will be having more Project Cars gameplay on this. As I said, more Formula A cockpit cam. Also, there will be some Formula C coming. So that's pretty much, again, very loosely based off maybe a GP3 car or an F3 car. So we'll get to that eventually as well, the Formula C car. But also remember, subscribe to Yorkie as well. Probably one of the best guys out there on YouTube at the moment for Project Cars gameplay. But tell me also, guys, in the comments, if you want me to do a career mode in this game, because it does have a full-blown career mode. So if this game comes out, you know, I've seen on Twitter, it seems like a very popular game in terms of what people are going to... I asked people if they're going to get it, and it seemed like lots of people were going to get it. So tell me in the comments if you are going to get it, and what console you are going to get it on, and if you want me to do a career mode on it, because you can actually choose what tiers you go into. So I could kind of work my way up from karting to Formula A in this career mode. So tell me if you guys would be interested in that. Obviously, we've got a whole month to think about it, but if you do want that, then do tell me. Once again, give it a like if you enjoyed this, and if you have any questions about this game, well, pop them in the comments. I will try and answer them, but probably Yorkie will comment this video and try and answer them for you as well, as he always does. He's sort of the grandmaster of Project Cars. He will always come and answer your questions. So do pop any questions you have in the comment section. But yeah, that has been the Formula A car around Silverstone for today. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I've been Aarava, and I will see you guys next time.